Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get started in just a few moments as you guys come on in and prepare to go live with confidence and ease. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everybody coming through. Let me know if you have any questions. You guys hear it in real time going live. So I appreciate you all coming in. This is my 4 o'clock live where we talk about all things going live once again to make sure you guys are able to go live with confidence and ease. So we're going to give some set up my screen. We're going to talk very intentionally about what to expect with the live streaming process. I'll answer questions. Feel free to come in and connect with me. Let me know if there's any questions in the meantime. So thank you so much for joining. If you are new, put new in the chat. And then I also always ask for you to like the live, give me a thumbs up, say you like the live, as well as click the bell to get notifications of when I go live, and also click that subscriber button if you have not subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe as well. So, but again, let me know if there's any questions. I always want to answer questions for my community. I want to make sure you guys are getting the best experience possible and learning and growing. So let me know if there's any questions. If you have any questions about the live stream process. In the meantime, we're going to go on to TikTok. I do this every time we start. We're going to go over to TikTok and we are going to connect over there and connect with. That's what I was saying. That's kind of loud. We're going to connect over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hard stop. So I'm going to close out some of these windows. I'm actually going to reboot my phone and make sure I have it pick it up correctly. So thank you all for coming in. So you guys are seeing me in real time set up my access. I just did an update on the TikTok side. So that's why I said I'm going to reboot my phone, because there was an update in the system. I always announce that for my viewers. So I will definitely announce it when we go back live, when we go live, and let people know there is an update out there. TikTok typically sends software updates pretty frequently. We're averaging once a week. YouTube is not as frequent. I need to check to see if there's a new one in there. I checked maybe last week and I didn't see one, so I'm going to check and see if I see one this week. But just know updates happen all the time on these live stream software, so be mindful of doing the updates. Go to your app store and make sure you're updating the app. Welcome to the room. I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I'm a creator network agency on TikTok, so I go live here on YouTube to talk about TikTok live and live streaming broadly. I am also a YouTube partners in the partners program. So I have the shopping cart where I'm an affiliate for different products. So check the shopping cart out. There's some items there. I also have memberships, and I do have the gifting options here. So YouTube is definitely different in terms of how that's done. So it's not done instantly. So you are building up to get into the partners program, and ultimately you have features like you can add products that people they ask about my glasses, ask about my lipstick and stuff like that. So you can put products in there that are things that you're showcasing, as well as you can be intentional about products you want to talk about maybe throughout your live stream, because those are things that you're also an affiliate for and you're promoting. So let me know if there's any questions, friends. We are going to get started in just a few minutes. I just did a software update and made sure that my app is up to date. So we are going to go live on TikTok. And if you're new to my live, go ahead and click like. I always say click like the live. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, click that subscriber bell as well, subscriber button, as well as the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So we're going to go live on TikTok in just a few minutes and connect over there as well. Give me a couple more seconds, set up my screen. And then let me know if you have questions in the meantime, and say hello in the chat. I always want to make sure I'm saying hello to you all. So say hello if you have not said it already. So make sure you say hello as well. All right. So I appreciate you all being here. You guys are going to see me in real time start the process of going live. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the live if you haven't done so already, as well as clicking that bell to get notifications. Subscribing and clicking that bell to get notifications. All right, friends, we are about to get started. Hold on. That's loud too. Oh my gosh. All these different sounds when I go into my videos to my phone. So thank you so much for being here. Sorry you guys heard that. That was somebody's app, somebody's video that they posted. So okay, let's go live and let's get started. TikTok live, TikTok live. We are talking all things live streaming. Welcome to my live as we prepare to go live. Come on in and ask questions. If you are a beginner looking for beginner tips to go live, feel free to come in and ask questions. We talk all things live streaming. I'm giving live streaming tips for beginners. So if you have questions about how to live stream, come on in. I do this intro so that the AI is picking up what I'm talking about. So you want to be clear about what you're saying. So we're talking about live streaming tips. If you're new to my room, make sure you give me a like and also comment. And if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe as well. So come on in. We are talking all things live streaming. We are liking the live. Hey, Dr. Linnell, how are you, friend? Hello, friends. And so we are getting started. We're talking live streaming tips for beginners. Welcome to the room. Let me know if you have questions as you prepare to go live. I want to make sure I'm answering questions for all my friends. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you all being here. We're giving live streaming tips for beginners. I'm going to share out my live so people know I'm actually live and my community can join us if they're available. How you doing, friends? Come on in. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Appreciate you all being here. How you doing? Oh, good to see you as well. How are you? How's everything going? Hopefully everything is going well, friend. Um, I'm sharing out my live. Somebody just tried to miss. Um, how are you? So how do you get so many subscribers and only have 63? Oh, you only have 63. I think that's what you're saying. Thank you so much. I'm on YouTube, so you guys think I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to comment on the YT. So a lot of it is I go live twice a day. So 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. and I talk about my channel. I invite people to subscribe to the channel. And so that is part of what I've been doing. And I'm almost at 1 year of doing this daily. I think it's like April 6th, 5th, 6th, something like that is like my 1 year anniversary. I need to look and see if there's an actual date. But yeah, so with that, I just keep going live, showing up. And so that's what I would tell you to do. Just kind of make sure that you're being consistent, showing up, going live. And then obviously if you have content, you can share your content, post your content, maybe attach a video of you live streaming or talk about people subscribing to your channel. You want to make sure you have that call to action. Thank you so much. Everybody coming in, I'm sorry. Make sure you are liking the live. We are tapping the live. And I am going to share my live out. So thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you all joining. Appreciate the support. If you are in here and haven't started liking the live, let me know. I want to make sure I'm answering questions as well. Resumes by Neen. How are you, friend? Ray, thank you so much for being here. Soul by Misty, thank you so much. And Dr. Linnell, thank you so much for being here as well. Black Lotus, how you doing? Welcome to the room. Thank you everybody who's coming in. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you guys have questions. We are liking the live, so we're almost at 2K likes. 2K likes, and that will get us within 3 minutes. So we're going to see if we can kind of get to 10K likes. 10K, that's the taps on the screen, in 10 minutes. All right. So that's the goal. We set a goal early on for that engagement. You will hear people trying to get their room to actively engage early in the live. So that way the algorithm knows people are here, they're listening, they're engaging, they're liking what they're experiencing, and then that gets you pushed out to more people. So that's a strategy. That's a good tip. So just know that that's something we're intentionally doing. So 10K likes in 10 minutes is the goal. So we want everyone to participate in liking the live, and all you have to do is tap the screen. That's easy support. That's free support. So just know you want to get your room to activate and support you early as possible in the live stream process. And then as that happens, you'll see with more people coming in, more people supporting the live, you'll get pushed out even more. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's all part of a strategy to make sure that TikTok knows that people in your room are actively participating. So you want that early activation. So we're at 3.2K likes at 4 minutes. So we'll see if we can pick up the pace a little bit and like the live, and we'll try to do that within the first 10 minutes. The next phase is that TikTok will send out a flash goal. So you'll see that next. Typically, I've noticed if we hit our goal, hello, how you doing, Black Lotus? If we hit our goal early, that 10K in 10 minutes, we usually get the flash goal within 2 to 4 minutes after that, no more than 5 minutes. And so we'll see if that continues to happen. Hitting a goal is the first step. And then as we continue to go live and support the live, TikTok will push it out to more people. All right. Ray, how you doing? Thank you for the shares. I appreciate you coming in. And so sharing the live is always a good thing. You'll see the arrow in the corner. So share out the live, but I typically say let's tap it first, tap it out first, and then we'll get to sharing. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, The Truth. I think I saw you come in here. It was a Tia, The Truth. Thank you so much, Barbara. Good afternoon. Thank you for commenting. Okay, my friends who have not commented, if you're not tapping, hopefully you're commenting. And if you're not commenting, hopefully you're tapping. But if you have not commented and said anything, that is important because when you come to someone's live room, you want to make sure yourself that you are making yourself known. You say hello, just like if you come to someone's house, you're going to say hello when you come to their house. You give a greeting. And so you want to do the same thing here because this essentially is a space where you're going to learn, grow, be entertained, inspired. And so you want to make sure you're present. I tell people that going live is not television. This is not TV. This is an interactive experience. You want to make sure you're interacting as much as possible. Hello, I'm driving and listening. Thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate the support, friend. We're at 5K likes. Thank you so much for those populars. And we're 6 minutes in. So we'll see if we can pick up the pace. Jennifer, how you doing? Come on in. Hi, I am tapping. I love that, friend. I appreciate the support. So we'll see. Oh, look at there. Thank you. Hey, Happy. Thank you for the tiara. Thank you for that support, friend. Thank you for that. How's everything going for you, Happy? Hopefully everything is going well, friend. Are you still, thank you for the daily heartbeat. Are you still going live daily? How's your live journey going? Ray, hello. Been on TikTok for less than a week, trying to absorb all this knowledge. Oh, well, welcome, welcome. I love it. So, yes, it's a learning curve. I don't want you to be overwhelmed by it, but you'll get there. You'll get there. You'll absorb it all. I tell people you learn by doing. So you can listen to me. You can listen to me for weeks, months, years, but you're not really going to grasp what I'm talking about until you actually do it. There's so many people who say, hey, Doc, I'm doing it now. But Doc, well, how you do this? And what you do this? And I probably have talked about that 20 different times. I'm just saying. There's stuff I talk about all the time, but until you're actually in it and doing it, that's when you see it. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to encourage you to go live, friend. All right. Thank you so much. Trash Talker, you follow me. How you doing, friend? Welcome to the room. And then Ray, your bio says, doing the work, even on the days off, learning myself instead of losing myself. And then it says Marine Vet, and then it gets cut off. So let me, I don't know why my bios don't have it fully shown all the time, but let me know if there's some other things I missed. But the main thing is to go live. That's it. Go live. And I guess ultimately you want to know who you're talking to, what's your audience, all the things. So we are 8 minutes in. We're at almost 7.5 likes. So let's see if we can tap a little bit faster, get those taps going a little bit faster, see if we can get those like counts up to 10K in 10 minutes. We're trailing a little behind, so let's see if we can get it up a little faster. So thank you so much. 8 minutes in, we're almost at 8K. So thank you all for supporting. Liking the live is simply tapping the screen. That's free support. I tell people all the time when you're coming in here as a viewer, what you're doing is paying attention to all the details, because when you become a live host, you're going to want your viewers to do this for you. Okay, so you need to know how to be a good viewer so you can encourage them to support your live stream as well, because that's the whole point here. You're not going to get pushed out. You're not going to see a lot of views if people are not engaging. Okay, so you got to make sure your community understands how to support and how to engage. As a viewer, you're going to practice, and then ultimately when you become a live host, you can also have people support. Hey, Kayla, how are you, friend? Hi, everyone. Baker from Chicago here. Come give a follow. I appreciate your friend. How you doing, Triple Goodies? I am a Chicago girl too, so welcome, family. I tell people they're family when they're from Chicago, they're neighbors when they're from Florida. Thank you very much, Happy. Appreciate you, friend. Hey, we're almost at 10K and it's 9 minutes in. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? Is it gonna hit 10 minutes? No, we did it, y'all. We did it 10K in 10 minutes. So that warm up exercise, just so that you guys understand what we just did, that warm up exercise is helping the algorithm know that people are here, they're engaging. You guys have been commenting, you're liking the live. And some people have music playing. They do all types of things to kind of create this energy. Okay, so you think about what you're doing in the beginning of your live stream. I don't play music because I actually co-stream on YouTube because I'm on YouTube. YouTube doesn't like music. YouTube's a little funny acting. But I do encourage you to think about your warm-up in the beginning. And as you guys saw, I was talking to you all, I was engaging, and so I do it that way. But you figure out your way to do it, but you should be doing it. All right. So I'm just saying that we're practicing as we do. Um, Arizona here, how you doing? Sprinkle Shop, thank you so much. Sparkle Shop, sorry about that. What does someone do or talk about when they go live? Trash talker. I mean, it depends on what you're doing, friend. It's so that's cute. Your name is hashtag trash talker because you say a single mom, trash truck driver who always be talking trash. I love that, friend. That was cute. That's a cute name. So well, let me say something real quick because it's gonna make me slip my mind. The AI summary just popped up as well. It says a Q&A session on live streaming tips for beginners. Ask your questions. So the AI is tracking what I'm talking about. I wanted to say that out loud, and so I see it. Unfortunately, you guys don't. I think it should be flipped so that my viewers see it. But you guys are the AI is listening to how I'm talking, what I'm saying, and ultimately is capturing that. And so if it has me wrong, that's something to note. If it doesn't understand what my live is about and it doesn't have the right description or summary, just recognize that you want to pay attention to that too. That's something that just started, so keep that in mind. Big, huge client, big, you are a brilliant coach. You're so sweet. Thank you so much, friend. Yes. So trash talker. I mean, honestly, your live can be. Look at you, friend. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Happy. Appreciate the support, friend. Um, so it could be. You could talk about whatever is important for you, something you know about, knowledgeable about, something you're passionate about, something you're just skilled, something you love to do. Maybe it's entertaining, inspiring. So whatever it is, you could talk about it here and you can make that part of your live stream. So by your title in your bio, having your work experience in terms of being a truck driver, you pick a trash truck driver, you can essentially make that part of your live stream and you just say, okay, maybe have different topics that you're covering in terms of how you got into that work. What does it mean to do that? And you've made a career out of it. You can run that topic if you wanted to through the AI, so like ChatGPT, and ask it for some ideas for your live stream based on this being your background. It has some brilliant ideas. You can ask it for 5 different examples and how you can integrate that into a live stream topic. And then also asking for your target audience. So I'm going to break this down for you guys real quick. This is something that you usually have to meet with me and talk about, but you can ask it for your target audience, meaning who is that demographic? What is their psychographic, meaning how they think and feel? And then ultimately, what are the pain points, the things they're struggling with? And then ultimately, with that struggle is where your live topic is really going to offer um, the solution or some type of context to help them understand how they can get through that struggle. So that pain point is what you're talking about. You're talking about, okay, I know you're struggling with this, and so here's what you want to do to think differently about it, which is what I'm doing here. I know y'all struggling with going live and you don't know how to do it, and so here's some tips on how you can go about it. Does that make sense? That's essentially what I'm doing here. And so that's what you want to do. You want to know who you're talking to. And at the end of the day, you're talking to people who are a reflection of you. Because y'all were me a year and a half ago, trying to figure this thing out, wanting ideas, wanting ways to do it and go about it. You're nervous, you're afraid, you're shy, you're scared, all this. Thank you, friend. Thank you for the gifts. And so all that's y'all. And so what I'm saying is like, okay, I got you. I know y'all because I can relate to y'all. And I know TikTok just gave me this flash goal. So let's see what it is. And they gave it to me 14 minutes in, you all. I said once we do that goal, They're going to give me this flash goal. The flash goal is 9 items. It's the I love you so much. We're going to start it. The flash goal is something that TikTok creates as a way to warm up the room, to get you guys actively engaged. And it's one per person. So it's a 1 coin item, 1 point gift, and you guys will just send it out as a way to say that you're here and you're supporting. Thank you all for doing that. Thank you, boss lady. Let me catch up on some of the comments. I think I missed a few, so I want to make sure I catch up on some comments. And so, my friend, thank you for the follow. My friend Triple Goodies, you said, how many times do you go live daily? I go live twice a day. So I'm in Florida now. I used to live in Chicago, born and raised. And I live in Florida. And I go live at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern time zone. So my Chicago folks, that's 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Central. So that's what I do. All right. So twice a day. Trash Talker, you said okay. Appreciate your Mike Peckett. Thank you so much. We need 3 more of the I love you so much flash goals. So if you guys don't mind supporting that flash goal, it's going to be right up here if you click it. That's where you're clicking. I love how you explain that. Those are excellent points. Exactly. Empower her. That's exactly what's happening here. Triple Goodies, thank you. You are so welcome. That was me. Appreciate you. As you said, you was a nervous, afraid person. Happy you were a little bit, but you picked it up pretty quickly, friend. You started going live pretty early in the game. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you all for the follow. I see you all. I appreciate that. So in the beginning, so we were liking the live. We're still liking this live. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live, that's the arrow in this corner here for you all. You see an arrow in this lower corner. If you don't mind clicking that, when you click it, you'll see the ability to repost. That means you're reposting it to the For You feed. You can also, hey D, you can also add it to your story. And then you can also click individuals and groups that you belong to that you can share it to as well. You can also search for people to share it to. And then they call this thing called a power share. I'm going to show it to you real quick on my other phone. If you press down on the middle of the screen, my face, my glasses on the middle of the screen, it pops up people you can share out the live to. And so you could just send this live down and share it out. So that's called a power share. So I'm teaching you the things you're going to want your people to do for you, so that when they come in and when you go live, they coming in to support. Hey D, thank you so much. I see you guys. Thank you for the confetti. I appreciate it. Let's see. Triple, you said, I'm going to try to go live starting next week. I have a game plan. There we go. So here's what I tell you. So next week is a new month. Okay. I tell people you always want to pay attention to a start of a new month so you can track yourself. New month, new you. All right. So ideally, you want to go live maybe 3 times before that new month starts, so you're not in the phase where TikTok doesn't give you all the features. So when you first go live, they ask that you go live at least 3 separate days for a total of 30 minutes. So day 1 could be 10 minutes, day 2 can be 10 minutes, day 3 can be 10 minutes. But ultimately, I would say make it longer than that. But TikTok won't give you all the features. You won't be able to get the heart me. You won't be able to pin comments. So you want to do that first. So I would tell you to go live before that, just to get acclimated, play around with the effects. When I do the sound effects, when I do this, that's an effect. Play around with things, and then get used to just saying hi to people. Okay? Hello, engaging people. Thank you for that Daily Heart Me. See, the Daily Heart Me is up there too. I don't think you get that initially. So again, you're going live so that you can start the process. And then if you want to start on April 1st next week, that could be your official start date in terms of how you actually got started. That's how I used January 1st, 2025. I had gone live before that because I had gotten all the features and stuff and had tested out, but I really didn't start my journey of going live daily and literally twice a day now until January 1st. That was a New Year's resolution. I was going to do it for 30 days and I kept with it. All right. It's starting the live that I'm worried about. Starting the live, what you mean? What do you mean? Like pressing a button? What do you mean? Like hitting the button to go live? What you mean? Let me know what you meant by that. Thank you so much, April Fools. April Fool's Day, yeah. But this April Fool's is not a trick. It's not a joke. You're actually gonna do it. You say you're so right. Yeah, we need a meeting. We need a meeting. Go into the school and schedule it. Let me know. My calendar's up to date. I think I have like 3 weeks of appointments out there. So you are more than welcome, friend. So D is in my, I'm an agency owner and manager. She's in the agency, and so she is. I do one-on-ones with the people, with the creators of my agency. Thank you so much. I see you, Black Lotus, for all those shares. I appreciate the support. Thank you, Happy, for all the support as well. So, so yeah, let me know what you meant by triple goods, goodies. Let me know what you meant by that. And you said what to say, trash talker. So, in the very beginning, okay, let me tell you my process. What to say when you go live. So, what to say at the very beginning, and okay, I will. All right, and then so in the very beginning, you still do your regular one-on-ones. I do consultations. I sure do. I do. So I sure do. If you guys want, you said I have an update. Do you really, friend? What's that? Thank you. My live is waiting. My live is waiting. Okay, you're welcome, friend. Okay, definitely keep me posted. Just go in and schedule it in the school platform. How do you have to schedule to go live? Okay, do you have to schedule to go live? No, you don't. You can just you should, but you don't have to. You should do a live event. Yes, when the live starts. Okay, agency campaigns are in the second phase. One of them. Yes, it's in the third phase. It started today. That's what you meant. The last phase, top 10 advanced. I think that's what you're talking about. Yes. The one that we had the brackets. I think that's what you're talking about, Jennifer. Let me talk about how to start a live. And so hopefully you guys shared the live out. And before I forget to say this out loud, you all, when I went to do my check and see if there was an update for the app, there was an update. So I saw an app update for my iPhone. So check to make sure you guys have seen the latest update. There was one for me today. I checked yesterday, it wasn't there. So it just came today. All right, so I just want to say that out loud because I'm going to say it again, but I didn't want to forget to say that. See, I log in and see things like this. Thanks for the push. You're welcome, Dr. Emily. You're welcome, friend. Okay, so when I start my live, the very first thing I do at the point that it says 3, 2, 1, and then you're live. At the number 3, I start talking. I don't wait for the countdown to end. I start when the countdown starts. So as soon as I hit that go live, I say TikTok live. TikTok live. We're talking all things live streaming. I'm giving live streaming tips for beginners. So come in if you want to learn how to go live. As a beginner, I'm going to give you tips to go live. So somebody, I think there was a few people that came in. As soon as I started the live, they were here. And so you heard me saying that. And so I say that repeatedly. I'm repeating that phrase because I want the AI to pick up on what I'm putting down. All right. Okay. And flash goal. I'm sorry, y'all. We're going to miss my flash goal. We got the flash goal. If you just came in, we need 2 more. I love you so much. I forgot. I was like, wait a minute. The flash goal is still up there. So if you guys don't mind supporting the flash goal, I appreciate it. And then we go into that warm up that we talked about. The warm up is that we are tapping and liking that live. We're making sure that we are supporting the live. Thank you so much. We got it. Appreciate you all coming in to support that flash goal. Thank you so much. Flash goal is important. That is something TikTok puts out there. I tell you guys all the time, you can ignore it if you want to, but it does impact how TikTok will push your live out to more people. So you want to make sure you try to achieve those flash goals and don't ignore them. And nowadays I don't ignore them at all. I just kind of, muscle through it. Sometimes it could be a little challenging to achieve, but you just keep going with it. Thank you so much, friend. I see you. And so in the very beginning, I'm saying those words because I want the algorithm to pick up on what I'm putting down and what I'm talking about for my live stream. When it comes to early in the live, I also share it to my story. So I click the arrow, the same arrow I told you guys to click. I click it as a live host, and then I share it out to my community. So thank you, Queen. How you doing, friends? So I'm sharing out my live. I'm making sure people know that I'm currently live. So I do that in the very beginning. So right now at that point, we're not even 60 seconds in. I'm saying those words. I've shared my live out. And hello, how you doing, Rough Edges? And so I'm being very intentional about what I'm saying so that TikTok is picking up what I'm sharing. Okay. I always flash goals them when I'm alone in my room talking to myself. Yeah, the flash goal is interesting. What I've seen though And knock on wood, those 10K likes in 10 minutes, getting that achieved will bring the flash goal like 3 to 4 minutes later. That's been a pattern. So just keep that in mind. If you don't hit that 10K likes in 10 minutes, you don't, the flash goal becomes a little bit random at that point. It may come later, it's doing some other stuff, but what I'm noting though, if you achieve that, you get the flash goal anywhere between 3 to 4 or 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes later. All right. So keep that in mind. This is good information. You are welcome. I just did my second live today. Congratulations. Congratulations, friend. Thank you for sharing. How was it? How was it for you? Black Lotus, welcome back, friend. So, so really that warm up, you're teaching the algorithm, and let me say this, you all. Let me say this. It is not an overnight success, okay? It is a climb. You got to be patient and you got to be routine, regimented in how you're doing things. So you want to be very regimented in your process, and you'll see how that is going to help improve. But if you're doing different things and switching things up and doing all this other stuff, then it's going to be challenging to see what sticks, what's working, what's not working. All right. So keep that in mind. That's what this live streaming stuff is about. Better than I thought I would go. It would go, okay, I'm introducing my new business. Awesome, awesome. That is great. And so as you continue to go live, make sure you do the engagement. That's going to be really important. What do you do if a troll comes into your room and it's not nice? I don't think that's what you meant, not nice. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you all. What I do is you can press the words. Press the words for anybody as a live host. Your sentence that you just put out there, I can press the words, a screen pops up, and I can mute, block, and depending on what they did or said, you can report them. All right? Mute means that you take their words away. So if they said something really inappropriate, thank you so much for that daily heart me, E-Nurse. Appreciate your friend. If they said something really inappropriate, you want to remove that. You don't want people to continue to see some troll comment. And so just make sure that you mute it. So that removes the word, it takes it away. You can block them, meaning that you take them away. they're gone. Okay. The words are gone, but they're still in the room when you mute. If you block, that means that they have to go. Okay, they're leaving the room. So I mute the words and then I block them. And then oftentimes, not oftentimes, but depending on what was said, I will report first. So I report the words, or maybe I may mute the words. I take them away first, but then I report them. Actually, I report first because I don't want them to know that I'm reporting them. And then I mute their words and then I block them. So it's in that order. So it's report, mute, block. Um, Good morning, class. How you doing, Lisa? Welcome to the room. Thank you all for coming in. Love Petals, how you doing, friend? Welcome into the room. Thank you all who are coming here. I appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. Um, and so Triple Goodies, I think you were here. Trash Talker, you were here as well. So when I started the live, that's what I did. And I was talking to you guys. We were doing some small talk. I was welcoming some new friends in the room. Thank you for the tiny, tiny track. So I appreciate you all coming in. Thank you for that gift. And so I try my best to make sure that I'm welcoming people. I'm engaging them. We're talking. I'm sharing some tips. You guys ask questions. I answer questions. So I want to make sure you guys are getting as much as possible. So when you start your live, at the very beginning, you are talking. I'm going to tell you now. Now, again, I know this is part of a growth process for many people in the room. You're growing into this. You're trying to figure out how to go live. And so in the beginning, don't expect to be perfect. I actually say you're not going to be perfect. You never will be perfect. It is practice makes progress. This is not practice makes perfect. We don't say that in this room. Matter of fact, throw the sticker in the chat. We got the sticker for that because we don't say that because that's not what this is all about. The algorithm changes a little bit. There's some things that you're going to learn. That are some features that maybe you don't even know that are there that you're going to have to access at some point. So you're constantly in this learning phase. TikTok changes things up. They move things around. They enhance things all the time. So you are constantly in a learning phase. So don't think about being perfect. Okay? Perfection is out the window. And many of you in the room are perfectionists because I'm a perfectionist. Okay? And I said earlier, your audience is a reflection of you. So who you're talking to, literally, because you're talking on the screen to your person, to yourself, is who you're talking to. Those are people who are reflections of you. And so if you know you're a perfectionist, you got to throw it out the window. That's not what you're doing here. Don't try to be perfect. It ain't even worth the energy to kind of make everything, oh, my lady has to be this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this like Dr. Lisa and all this stuff. No, that's not what you're doing. You're growing into this. And each time you do it, you get better. But when you don't do it, you don't get better. I'm just saying. That's how this works. Such a great advice. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Moonflower. Lisa, you said, I'm just going to sit in this class until I get it. No way. You're so funny. You got to go live. I was telling that to someone earlier. I said, your best learning, the best way to do this is to jump in and go live. It's it. That's it. The best way to do it is to jump in and go live. And that's how you start getting comfortable. You figuring it out. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Thank you so much, Kay King. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the follow rough edges. Let's see, the AI gave me another summary. I wish this was something you guys can see, but it said a beginner friendly guide to live streaming on TikTok. Ask your questions. All right. So I'm reading those because TikTok is getting me right. All right. So as you're talking about your topic, you want to make sure that the AI is picking up what you're putting down and understanding what you're talking about. And so that's why you want to start off saying the things that matter to your topic. For me, it's live streaming tips. I'm helping you go live. I'm giving beginner friendly tips, beginner friendly advice on how to go live. So I'm doing that. The AI is understanding what I'm saying. Thank you, Donna, for the follow. I appreciate you, friend, for that daily heart meme. Hey, how is everyone doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Carice. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Good morning, Moonflower. How you said? Go. Good afternoon. My bad. So welcome, friend. Good afternoon. Good evening to some of us. Can I go live with a small account? Yes. So you can go live with as few as 50 followers and a blue box. I say a blue box because TikTok will give you live access early if they see that you are an engaged viewer. Okay? So as you are going to rooms and viewing them, there is a blue box, the blue box with the number that follows you to every live you go to. And so if you don't have a blue box, a couple things is happening. The perception is that you are not fully aware, or maybe you're choosing not to fully engage. Okay? So you're not fully aware of how the different ways to engage, or you're making a conscious decision and choice not to fully engage. And so, fully engage as a viewer, I never knew that. Yes, yes. Thank you for the follow. I found a group of people who we crochet and do seasonal blankets. There's so many kind people, and very it got cut off, friend. Barbara, you're right. There are a lot of great people here. Moonflower's a knitter. She's a knitter. So she's a knitter. Love Petals in the room. She's a crocheter. So there's a lot of crocheters and knitters. In the agency, there's several crocheters, and Moonflower's our resident knitter. Black Lotus, she crochets as well. Yep. So me either. So much to learn. Yep. So I'll talk about the blue box because I want you guys to know about it. Oh wow, didn't know that. Thanks. You're welcome. I'll talk about it because I'm very kind. Yes, I crochet. Do you? Okay, you're crochet as well, Curry. That's awesome. That is so awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of crocheters out here. Actually, it's funny. I use that as an example. So I think I get a lot of crocheters that come to the room too because I'll use that quite often. When I was a little girl, I learned how to do some of the basic stitching, crochet stitches. I don't practice it. I don't do it often, but I do know a little bit. I would like to ask you a question. How do you get out of the TikTok Go program? You know what? I don't know. Echo. I have no idea. I'm not in Go. I have no idea. Soda, are you still in the room? Soda, you have it. She's like the one person I know. She said, I know. I see. I was supposed to ask. You know, how do you do it, friend? Do you want to come up? Let me know if you want to come up and ask or answer. It's totally up to you, whatever's convenient. Um, but yeah, I know she has it. I was like, yes, you'll come up. Okay, so I'm inviting her up to kind of answer that question. She can share it verbally, so you can get it. Where are you at, friend? Did you press it? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I think I should come up because it's a little complicated. Because it worked on review. You make a review for somewhere, so you can. What I did is I tagged. You know how you can tag your location, and for me, the location I tagged happened to need reviews because there's places that are official places, location places, and unofficial ones. And the official ones you can do reviews for and get points. And so if you don't know if it's like a place that has an official review place that has a partnership with TikTok, you can even like do a search for those locations and see if there are like it'll when you show the location thing, you tap on it and it'll show reviews. And if it shows that it's a place where you can write a review, you write a review for it. And then, so I wrote a review for one of the places, and then I got a message in there that was like, oh, we saw you did this review. Can you be part of? And I only, like it says you need to have like 10,000 followers or something, but I only had 500 on that account. And it wasn't an active account or anything. That was the first review I ever did, and it was like, okay, come join the thing. So they have two different levels though. So they have the TikTok Go where you put in the reviews and then you get points, and it's still in beta. Like they don't have all the features yet. Like they're rolling out thing where you get access after a certain amount of points and reviews. You get access to be in their Discord thing that they're still working on. But then there's also another version that's more like partnerships, kind of like how they have the beta. They have the beta live program, and then they have the official like TikTok lives thing. You know what I'm talking about? How they have like you could go live and get points, but then they have the other live thing where like other TikTok partnership program. So it's like it seems like it's two different versions of the TikTok Go.
Oh, okay.
So there's like TikTok Go Lite, and that seems to be where I am, and then there's like the official one.
So do you know how to get out of it? Like if you don't want it anymore?
How to get out of it?
Yes.
Yeah, there like when you go into the settings, there's a thing with all this information, and then it says you tap on something and it goes, do you want to like in the terms and conditions, and says I want to withdraw, something like that.
Okay.
When you go to the terms and conditions for the TikTok Go.
Okay, so that's what she was
doing. Sorry, were they asking how to get out of it or how to join
I think that's what I read.
Okay, well,
so that's awesome. You gave both answers. So if you want to join, do a review or a few reviews. And then if you want to get out, go back to the terms and conditions and withdraw.
Yeah, I saw something, I almost accidentally clicked on it before. So, sorry, you could have interrupted.
It's okay. No, it's helpful.
All right.
Okay.
So let me go to.
Yeah. So yeah, she said how to get out of it. So I'm assuming your withdrawal answer must be the right answer, like in the terms and conditions in the settings, that maybe you go there and you withdraw from it. Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody coming in. I think you had something you could use. Others who came in the room, Natty Nat, I think I saw you as well. You're welcome, Echo. I think Soda's checking now just to see if her instructions were correct. But yeah, so really quickly, TikTok Go program, just so you guys know what was being asked, is a program that is about reviewing and posting content based on visiting hotels and restaurants. So if you're someone who's in like the travel niche, or you're looking to, do content about, what's happening around your city and town, then TikTok Go might be of interest to you. It does seem to be a little convoluted in the way they do things, but just know that is a program. So TikTok has a lot of different programs out there, and that's one of those programs. And so it seems as if Echo was not interested in staying in it anymore, and she was like, how do I get out? So I don't have it, never got it, so, and I don't do content that way, so it makes sense that I didn't get it. But it seems as if Soda kind of gave a little cheat code. So if you're interested in it, then maybe do some reviews of hotels or restaurants and submit a review, and then ultimately they may invite you into the program. You might get a notification for it.
Yeah, it looks like when I go to the thing where, like, if you're in the TikTok Pro Go program, you go to your level thing where it shows the level,
Okay.
and then there's a question mark with all the terms and conditions. And it says at the bottom, if you don't want to continue anymore, it says go to settings and privacy support to contact the help center. Our support team will assist you in disabling your local explorer status. So you go to systems and privacy, and then to support, and you have to send them a message
Okay.
saying that you want to disable your local explorer status.
Gotcha. Okay. Settings and privacy is on your profile page. There's the three lines, that hamburger line. Those three lines, click that, and that's how you get to settings and privacy. And then you would go to the help center. Scroll down to that. Thank you, Soda. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, take care, friend. All right, you all. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Happy to help you all. So let's get back to the live stream process. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for connecting. If you are new to my live, put new in the chat. I always say, if you're sitting up here in the room and imagine coming to someone's home and you walk in their door and you don't say hello. Okay, so you would say, okay, hello, I'm new. You give a greeting. So just make sure you let yourself be known. That's the whole point of this. If we're trying to be live as a live host, you are talking and engaging. And so what I'm teaching you as a viewer is to engage, because ultimately when you sit in this chair as a live host, you're going to want your viewers to engage. All right? You don't want them to engage. So just make sure that that's a part of your etiquette as you now are moving differently as a live host. So when I come in, the first thing I do, I grab my Daily Heart Me. It says add a comment. I say, hey friends. So they know, my people in the community, they know that's my little saying, like, hey friend, how you doing? So you just have to make sure you're present. So you're making sure that you are making yourself known. How you doing, Snowy girl? Hello, friend. Welcome to the room. Thank you so much for being here. KT Designs, welcome as well. Thank you for everything. I'm off to nap. All right, Barbara, take care, friend. You said, my bad. I didn't say hello. I am new. Welcome to the room. Dr. Emily, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for supporting. Others coming in, thank you for the roses. Melanie, how you doing, friend? Thank you for that Daily Heart Me. Hello, hello. I'm new. Oh, yesterday. So, welcome, Jennifer. Victoria, welcome to the room as well. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Queen. Donna, thank you so much for joining as well. Hello, hello. So I say that because you guys are going to come back to me. It's like, Doc, nobody ever talks. Nobody says anything. I'm talking, I'm asking questions. Nobody answers my questions. And so, again, there's a notion that as a viewer, you are engaging as well. So you want to start practicing that engagement. Now, again, this is not television. Television, you can knock on the screen and nobody responds. You can do all the things and nobody says anything. There's no chat box on the television, but here it's a chat box. There's an opportunity for you to fully engage, make your presence known, and understand that this is a relationship you just entered. One of my running jokes is that when you come into someone's live, recognize that you just entered into a threesome. All right. The threesome is you, me, and TikTok. So all of us are working together. All right, we all getting it on. So we all have a part, and so you want to make sure that you're actively engaging. um and then TikTok brought some new prompts in here. That was a new one I hadn't seen before. Let me talk about that in a second. You said, Ruff, you said, are likes enough for engagement? I'm new onto this. Um, it is one of the ways to engage. Is one of the ways. There's multiple ways to engage. It is one of them. It's not enough, but it is one of the ways to engage. All right. So hello. Let's see. So TikTok put a prompt in here. This is a new one. I haven't seen this one. It says you can tell them know that they can daily get the daily bonus points after completing all daily missions. So TikTok is talking about the fan club. That's a new prompt. That's interesting that they put that in there like that. But essentially, they're talking about the fan club. So, uh, rough edges. Your comment about other ways to engage, is that enough? The likes, the daily heart me. If it says join, if it says follow, then that means that you didn't grab it yet. And so, and when I look at your name, you haven't grabbed it yet because it would say Lisa next to your name. Um, and so essentially they're talking about getting those daily missions and getting additional bonus points. So we'll talk about that in a second because the daily heart me is important. It's important for a couple reasons. First of all, it's how your viewers are being asked to engage as a fan club member. So it's teaching you again how to support the live stream. And then also what it does is allows your viewers to become more connected to your live room. So they can start at level 1 and go all the way up to level 50. So that engagement is helping them grow as a fan club member. All right. And then also it is part of a live host. TikTok has what's called the Scale Live Rewards. And so as a live host, you're paying attention to how people are engaging in your live. And so there's ways you monetize in your live stream. The first, each live you monetize based on how long you go live. So 25 minutes or more, you'll get 38% of any gifting and rewards that happen from your live stream. You'll get 38% of that based on the time alone. And then if you get 5 new followers, you get an additional 2%. So the most you can make is that 38 plus 2 is 40%. All right, that's the most you can make per live. And then TikTok has what's called weekly missions. So weekly missions, you can earn up to 13%. Now the average person doesn't get 13% because that's for those A-leaguers, those people who have been doing this and they have a lot of followers and stuff. But that those weekly missions is based on your room engagement, which means people who came and got the daily heart me. That's part of the active engagement. People who, if you're leaguing up and you surpass the league that you were in the previous week, TikTok will give you a bonus for that. And then also when it comes down to how many days a week you went live. So per live is weekly. I mean, the daily missions, or I'm sorry, the per live lives that you do, but the weekly missions is if you go live more than 2 days, you get a bonus that way too. So I just broke down Scale Live Rewards. I can show it to you. I probably won't do it here because there's a lot of people in the room that just haven't gone live yet. So that's kind of a little bit of an advanced conversation because I don't want you guys to get bogged into the weeds of monetization. But as you go live, you're paying attention to your metrics. All right. So that's something you want to kind of keep in the back of your mind. Thank you so much. Let me catch up on comments. Thank you for the create a bio. Who we create a bio for? Moonflower. Some of our new friends need to create bios. Make sure you have a bio, friends. If you don't have a bio, that's how we get to know you. So you want to make sure you have words in that bio. It's also how TikTok gets to know you. So it's looking at those words that you're using to categorize yourself or to categorize your page. And then obviously people who are searching for that part of the search engine optimization, they'll come across your content into your page as well based on what you have there. So let's see. You said only women like my lives. Is that the case? Well, yeah, maybe as time goes on, you'll figure out who your audience is. Yeah. How much will I see on my screen when I'm brand new? Um, for the most part, what you see now is what you see as a live host. There's a little bit of a difference on this bottom row in terms of what's here, but we more or less have the same things. There's a little bit of variation, but what you see now is what you see. Yeah. I don't want to throw you off too much, but yeah, this is what it looks like. So, for the most part, this is what it looks like. So thank you so much, Robin. How you doing? Welcome to the room. Okay, cool. This is informative. You're welcome. Thank you so much, everybody. So we're going to talk a little bit more about engagement since our friend Rough Edge asked the question about the hearting, liking alive. So let's talk about the other ways you can engage. And so I'm going to talk through. I talk about this for a couple reasons. Thank you for the populars. Hello, Miss Darlene. I see you, Fred. Thank you so much for the support. Others come in the room. Thank you for the follows. When people come in and grab your daily heart me, that instantly follows you too. So just know that that is part of them engaging as well, and they instantly follow the live host. You want people to follow the live host, so if you haven't done it, you want to grab your daily heart me, or you can just go straight to my photo and follow that way. So that is important as well. Um, when it comes to when it comes to thank you so much for grabbing that daily heart. We appreciate it, friend. Thank you for the shares, Mr. Darlene. So when you guys yeah. You said I miss watching your lives. Hey, Glow, how are you, friend? I'm back on my schedule. I say, y'all, I was on vacation last week, so I was doing these pop-ups, and so I wasn't on a regular schedule, and it was tough. It was tough because I was trying to stay consistent, but I was missing going live because I was definitely missing. I was like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? I'm supposed to be live, but I was not. I was either asleep or out and about. So TikTok gave me another live summary. It says a beginner's guide to live streaming on TikTok. Ask your questions. So it's still getting me right, y'all. So that's important to know. I'm naming that so you guys can see. If you guys are getting these prompts, these little AI summaries, you see it as a live host. Unfortunately, I wish it would be something that we all can see. You guys can see it as well. But at the end of the day, it's getting me right. So what you're saying matters. Is listening to everything you say. I tell you all the time, this app pays attention to what you watch, what you say, what you type. All of that matters to how it is collecting that data and collecting that information, and you are intentionally informing them what you want to see, what you want to engage in, and that's how your For You feed is informed. Okay, so keep that in mind. So you want to make sure you're being intentional about what you're doing. How you doing, Aaron? So here, let's talk about engagement really quickly as viewers. So viewer engagement, and keep in mind as a live host, your responsibility is to educate, entertain, and or inspire your community. Educate is so important because you're gonna have a lot of people who come in your room that don't know how to engage, that don't know all the different features here. And because of that, you're not going to get response that you're looking for because again, they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. And then if you don't say anything, they really don't know. So you need to kind of start practicing this so that you're saying things that's going to help encourage them, keep them aware of what to do. How you doing? Crochet like a pro. And keep them engaged in your live stream. So, in the very beginning, you can ask questions like, hey, where are you from? Tell me where you're from. Put that in the chat for me. Let me know where you guys are from. Where are you guys from? I'm from Orlando, Florida. Where are you guys from? I'm originally from Chicago. I'm originally a Chicago girl. So, from the Midwest. So put it in the chat because those are the things that you're going to want to do. You're going to try to play around with what are some of the questions based on your live stream where you can get that early engagement. Okay? You said, say that again. Educate, entertain, and or inspire. Those three things you're doing as a live host. So think about the live hosts that are on this app. You got your teachers, your people who teaching you a new concept, skill, giving you some great sage advice. And then you got your people who are entertaining. Maybe they're dancing, singing, playing an instrument. And maybe what they're doing in their artistic design, maybe they're drawing or painting or knitting, crocheting, or whatever, they're doing that, and they may be teaching it as well. And then you have the people who are inspiring you, and they may be inspiring you through what they're doing on the screen, or what they're sharing, and the information they're given, and you're now drawn to them because you guys have this connection that way because you've had that experience as well. So again, as a live host, you're trying to get people to connect with you, and you're being very intentional in terms of what you're saying and what you're doing in your live stream. And then honestly, if you're not saying things that help them understand how to properly engage, you're going to find people that will keep swiping, or they're just going to sit there and watch. And the watchers are fine. You need the watchers, but you do need the people to engage because this ain't TV. Okay, so I say that jokingly because the sticker has it that written that way, but just know it's not. You're not watching television. You are actively coming to a live stream to learn and grow and engage. So you're from Brooklyn, New York, Rough Edges. Welcome, welcome. Snowy Girl, Phoenix. I love that. Welcome to the room. Virginia, now living in Charlotte, North Carolina. Love it. Oh, there's a lot of North Carolina folks in the room. Greensboro. Yes, originally from Texas. Look at there. Tennessee, originally from Ohio. Oh, High Point, North Carolina. Look at y'all. What happened? My algorithm is connected to North Carolina somehow. Look at there. Nice. Chicago, the Windy City. Oh, are you friend Melanie? Windy City. I love it. Welcome to the room, friend. Dr. Lisa, I went live on the official spot. I first went live for my 1 year. Wait a minute, today's the 1 year anniversary? Congratulations. Oh wow, that's sentimental. I love that. Today was so did you go you went live already? I missed it. Man. So are you gonna go live again later? Let me know. Let me know if you're gonna go back live again. Austin, Texas. Oh, it was last week. Oh, sorry. I was traveling. I'm sorry. I missed it. I missed it. Let me know the next time you go live. Um, Minnesota by way of Gary, I don't think I knew the Gary, Indiana. Wow. You were right across the road from Chicago. Look at there. Wow. I just completed my first official live about an hour ago. How was it, Aaron? That's awesome. That's awesome. I show that as an example for you guys to see how engagement can happen. Not everybody in the room chimed in. And you're not going to get 100% of people to chime in. That's just how this is. Some people will actively participate, a lot won't. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't think you should get bogged down in the habit of dismissing people, being rude or anything like that, because people are going to come along in their own way. And as they learn, I tell you guys all the time, you learn by doing here. And so as they realize, oh, to go live, it's a work. It's not easy. And you're going to want people to engage in your live. And just recognizing, I want you guys to remember back in the day when you were sitting in someone's live and you didn't engage. And so just recognize you're going to get people who do that to you. So I just say that because I want you guys, it's not even a guilt trip. It's something I want you guys to make sure you're now being aware of it. All right? So being aware of what you're doing. It's an awareness piece. My first official live will be Saturday morning at 9, Coffee with Russ. Nice, nice. That's going to be your first official live. I love it. So did you do those 3 lives to unlock all the features? Is that why you said that? Because I think you said you went live already. So you're just doing those first lives to get all the features. And then Aaron, if you wrote a comment, thank you for the go live. It might have gotten filtered, but let me know if you wrote a comment. How did it go for you? Yes. Okay, perfect. And I said that, I don't know if you guys caught that, what I was just saying with our friend Russ. Keep in mind, TikTok requires you to do 3 lives for a total of 30 minutes. So as you are going live and thinking about, oh, I'm going to go live and, just automatically do it, you won't have all the features to go live. So you want to make sure that you do those first 3 lives and 3 separate days. So day 1, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Day 2, 15, 20 minutes. Day 3, 20 to 30 minutes. Because again, I want you to get used to going live longer. You're not staying at a 10-minute amount, okay? You're not doing that. But you want to get live. You want to get to the point where you're going live frequently, extending it out. Ultimately, TikTok says a valid go live day. So if you want to get it counted as a day in your analytics, you got to go live 60 minutes. All right? So keeping that in mind, that you might want to get to the point where you're going 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So you figure out how you can extend it. All right? Hallie Q, how you doing? What are we talking about? So I had to go live, Hallie Q. Let me just say this for you real quick. I had to go live, and I'm looking for a way to have a microphone because I have a couple different mic options. And so I have a couple different mics. So this is one that I have, this podcast mic. And then I have another one that's sitting over here. I don't want to reach for it. And then I have the lapel mics and stuff like that. Well, I wanted something where I could use it for my phone and do it wirelessly. And so what had happened is, and I'm gonna make you go look at this. You go find your video, Calico. But what had happened was I started searching and I went in TikTok shop and I came across a wireless mic. And I was like, oh, this sounds great. And I started scrolling. I was about to look at the reviews. And wouldn't you know, one of the first videos that are like other people who talked about this microphone is Halaku. So, and I want you to go back and look at your video because you don't talk about the mic. The mic is prominent on the screen. The mic is there, but you don't talk about the mic. You talk about the women, the 92% of women. You talk about your 92 percenters. And I went, so just so that you know, I went and purchased the microphone. So you got a sale today because I purchased it from your video. I clicked your video and went and ordered it. So you got the commission for it, friend. So I appreciate it. Yes, yes, that mic. The podcast one, the one that's the wireless one. So I got it. And I was like, well, let me get it from Halaku. I'm going to give her the commission. So it was so cute though. I said, she ain't talking about this mic at all. So the person who talked about the mic, I learned about the mic, but Halaku was like, okay, well, look here, 92 percenters. It's a great mic though. I'm excited about it. I'm so excited about it. But I just thought that was so funny. I was like, Lord, let me give you Halaku this commission. Okay, Aaron, you said, tell me about the 3 lives and the feature, please. What do you mean? What you mean by tell you about the 3 lives? So the first, you have to do 3 lives for a total of 30 minutes. Once you do your first live, TikTok, when you in the live, there's a screen, a congratulations screen. Scroll down and it'll say, hey, congratulations, you've done one of 3 lives for this amount of time. And so just kind of keep that in mind. That's what you're trying to fulfill, that element. So they can unlock all the features for going live, being able to pin comments, being able to access and you get the daily heart me from your viewers and start your fan club. So all that is part of unlocking those features. I guess you can't have a fan club if you're brand new because you're still learning. So they want you to do those first 3 lives first. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm new to this. You're welcome, friend. Let's see. Let me catch up on some comments. Let's see. Do you need a mic when you do your lives? I don't have a mic on right now. This is my phone audio that you're listening to. I have an iPhone 16, I think 16 Pro. So this is the audio from my phone. The microphone, I want to continue to go live. I'm paying attention to Halaku. I told you she's kind of my one of my people I'm watching in terms of the setup that she's using. And if I'm not mistaken, Halaku, you use your live streams to post on your podcast. And so I'm trying to get to the point of having a podcast, and I want to have that type of look and setup. So that's where I'm going with this. And so that's why I'm trying to add the microphone to my setup and make that a part of it. We'll see. I'm still kind of playing around with, what it should look like in my head, but just recognizing that's just me, part of my aesthetics. And let me be clear about this. This is something where I've been going live for over a year, almost a year and a half, twice a day, daily, with the thinking that even for me, I'm evolving my live stream process. So again, this is not day one, you got to have everything perfect. As you go live more frequently, you're going to add some things to it. You're going to take some things away. You're going to transform your live. The lighting's going to change, your sound, your background, all those things should evolve. And so take it one day at a time and you decide what works and what doesn't work. And so for me, this has been something I'm like, okay, new year. Let me see if there's some tweaks I want to make. And so I added the lighting, and actually the lighting came because I was always saying I was going to change my background and stuff. And I went to Halaku's room, and she said how she just added the colorful sunset lamp. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I kept searching for a light. And then I was like, well, maybe I should try the sunset lamp. Let me go back to that idea. And so I went and got it. And so that's how that worked. So you'll figure out what works for you. Okay? But I don't want you guys to be nervous and afraid that, the changes and the pivots will happen too. You said, wow, sound good though. Thank you so much. Looking at my 92% support each other's TikTok shops. Yes. Absolutely, Fred. Nope, it's on the screen. Link that product. No. I know that's exactly what you did. You linked the product. Halaku was like, I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna talk about. I don't care about this product. But look here, if you want to get it, get it. So yes, I love it, friend. That was so funny to me. I was like, she ain't talking about this product at all. All right, friends. Okay, so let me talk about engagement. I'm going to talk about engagement. Thank you. How you doing, the official Tan Squad? I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing out the live. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live as well, we'll see if we can get those shares up to 100 shares. You'll see where it says 38 right now. So let's see if we can get some more shares going. Thank you all for supporting. We are going to keep going. So a couple things. I want to talk about engagement. How you doing, Metamorphosis Sarah? Thank you so much for being here as well. Um, you said I'm traveling right now, but I want to stop by and say hello. Welcome, welcome, friend. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Okay, so here's what I will say. The shares, the hearts that we see, I'm going to talk about those likes. That was my friend Rough Edges said, is that enough? I will say this, and I showed this yesterday, and kind of what I shared with you all is that once I start talking about this stuff, you're not going to be able to unsee it. All right. There's features here of so many different things. There's, what do we call them? Easter eggs. There's so many different things here. You're not going to be able to unsee the things. And that's why I said, as a live host, TikTok is very transparent. I'm on YouTube, you ain't got the same level of transparency. You don't know what's happening over there. I mean, you just sitting there talking to yourself basically. So TikTok's very transparent. Hey, Jerry. And so recognizing that these features are here, as you go live, you want to start practicing them. You're going to figure out how do you get your community engaged. You'll figure out ways to say the cues to kind of get them to respond and get more engagement and interaction in your live. How you doing, Periscope? Ultimately, the secret is that you want your room to chat. You want them to engage. You want them to like your live. You can't like and comment at the same time, but you want that engagement. All right. You don't want people just to merely stay there and watch you the whole time and don't do the engagement. Watching is fine because you need the watch hours. You need for TikTok to see people are loving and engaging in your live stream and watching it. But you do need the engagement. You need those comments. The chat should be chatting, even if you guys are connecting with each other. And so, Aaron, you connected with HoloQ. You want to make sure you always put some words like "hello," "how you doing?" Because if you do it the way you did it, it's called dry tagging. So you want to be careful about that. But you always want to say hello and send a comment. So that is engagement. Those are comments because you guys are actually connecting with each other. Thanks for all these tips. Sending lots of hearts. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate it. You said help a family with a situation, but wanted to send some heart me. Oh, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you being here. I have the fat finger syndrome. Gotcha, friend. All right, I got you. Comment. Okay. Good afternoon. How you doing, Yolanda? Thank you so much. Appreciate that daily heart me. So, and again, as you guys are doing this, you'll figure out no dry tagging allowed. Exactly. So you'll figure out your rhythm and what you're saying to your audience, but ultimately you want to make sure that you have movement and activity and engagement. Engagement comes in different ways. So I tell people all the time there is free support. Okay, support free 99, free support. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's cute. Thank you for that. Appreciate you, friend. What was that called? It didn't pop up. Wait a minute. TikTok, what was that? That was called the Fairy Locket. Oh, that was cute. That was super cute. I hadn't seen that one. Um, so 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 thank you so much, friend. The wink wink. Appreciate you, friend. So you want the free support. Free support is the hearts. Tapping the screen. If people tap your screen and you guys see where we're almost at 70K taps. So this is my other device, my other account in my tapper. This is something that you can purchase. You probably want to have this so that you can support your live on the side as well, because you got to love on yourself. All right, you got to heart and love on yourself. So this is a strategy that people will use. And so when everything's said and done, you can have this device that you can use. Good night. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. You can have this device and it will literally like your live. So I'm going to turn it on so you can see there's a heart that pops up here, and then that line is crawling across and it is tapping away. And then you'll hear people say tap to the confetti falls. Now to tap, you also can just tap your screen. This device is doing it, but tapping the screen. But tap to the confetti, because if you stop the tapping, confetti falls on the screen and it shows how many likes you sent. And so you want to have that engagement where people are liking your live. Hey Luna, how you doing? Worship room. Appreciate you both. Thank you for the comments, 100 comments. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you for the repost, Luna. I see you, friend. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for the populars. I love it. Hey, friend. So keep that in mind. Those likes are important. It helps the room activate, and it's literally the likes that you see here. So we had 70.8K. So those are the likes that we're talking about. And then you guys heard me earlier say 10K likes in 10 minutes helps to get that room active early. TikTok is seeing that. All right. That's that early activation you're looking to get as early as possible. And you figure out a way how you want to spend your first 10 minutes. But that first 10 minutes needs to be the liking of the live and maybe music playing, or you having this early conversation, a warm-up conversation, whatever it is. Thank you very much, Luna. Appreciate you very much. Thank you, man. So you want to have that early activation because that gets the room activated. Okay, get that warm-up happening. And then I like when I do that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I love it when you guys do that. Um, and so TikTok gave me another AI summary. Sharing tips for beginners on live streaming. Ask for advice on getting engagement. There we go. So thank you so much for the hand heart. You said you love it too. Appreciate it. Trisha T, how are you, friend? Thank you for being here. Good to know about the first 10 minutes. First 10 minutes important. First 10 minutes. Keep that in mind. Those first 10 minutes, 10K, 10K in those first 10. All right. So pay attention to how you get there. All right. Um, you said on the mid. Okay, friend. Rest up. Rest up. I know you gotta take care of yourself first. All right. I've got to work on that. Yes, yes. So and think about your strategy for doing that. I don't want you guys to overthink it, but those first 10 minutes, what are you doing to get the room going? For some people, I'm thinking about your room, the worship room. It may be in the beginning, as when you think about church, they have the church music playing in the beginning, that early choir singing, all that. So think about that as your live room and bringing that analogy to your live room so that you're having that moment where the room is getting energized. And that's what this is all about, energizing your room. All right. First 10 minutes. Yep. You said glad I'm home safely. Thank you so much, friend. I am back home. Yeah, we got back safely. We had a great time. We had a great time. We were just talking about that. When you get back from vacation, you're like, okay, what are we doing next? Where are we going? So we're gonna get going. You said that is good. It's sometimes a while for people to come in. Yes. And so I don't want you guys to we're training the algorithm to know what we're doing early. So you're talking, thank you for the daily heart me. You're talking about your topic, you're actively engaging. You early on, you should be doing some stuff to build awareness. I wanted to use the word promote, but I paused because I want you guys to think about paying the promote feature. But I do think you need to build awareness about the fact that you go live. So your content should speak to it. You share to your stories. You create live events. You're letting everyone know you are going live. All right. So you want to do that as well. Thank you so much, friends, coming in. I appreciate you. Hello, hello. And so keep that awareness going. And then obviously when you go live, you'll get hopefully some people that come in early and support 10K in 10 minutes. Yep. And so that's what we're going to do. How you doing, Sherry? Welcome everybody who's come to the live. I appreciate you all coming in and supporting. Continue to come in. So liking the live is a piece of it. Let me just point this out real quick. Someone somewhat new here. Welcome, friend. Welcome to the room. I appreciate you. Um, Thank you for that hand heart. I appreciate that. And thank you for the populars too. I see all of you guys. Hey, Diana. When you click the number of people in the room, let's just click that. I want to point this out because I don't want you guys to, I want you guys to see this. And like I said, the things I'm showing now, hopefully you keep this at the forefront. Everything up here, except for my board that says want to go live, is touchable. Okay? You should be clicking around. You can do it as a viewer. Everything can be clicked. All right? And so as you click things, you start learning what's there. And there's a question mark. If you click, and most of these things have question marks, but if you click the number of people in the room, there's a question mark there. I want you guys to click that. Be right back. It won't allow me to like the live. TikTok, be nice. Be nice, TikTok. And so that question mark speaks to how you can become a top viewer, how people give them those number 1 and 2 boxes, and likes is part of it. Every 10 minutes of likes, you get 3 points. Comments is another way. Every 10 minutes of commenting, you get 3 points. So if you click here, you'll see where people have accumulated points. And then it says gifting. As you gift, whether it's my live goal, whether it's the the gift gallery in my photo there, or if it is the gift box or the roses. As you engage, or the daily heart me, as you engage, TikTok is tracking those that information. How you doing, Snapper? How you doing, Pamela? Thank you so much, friends. Thank you for the daily heart me's. And so it tells you get a point for every coin you spend, a point for every coin. So essentially, people who are in the number 1 and number 2 box, and all the other people listed there have gotten points for their engagement. All right, those points matter because we're going to talk about that in a second. But it shows your interaction in the live stream. Thank you, Title Gifter. I see your friend, the Official Tan Squad. You said, when should we get a moderator, Heather? It depends on your live stream. Depending on the live stream, you might want a moderator sooner than later. Like if you're a person playing an instrument the whole time, it's kind of hard to engage as you're doing your instrument. Or if you're doing, if you're a fitness person, Natty Nat does the chair fitness. You kind of hard to kind of keep up with the chat and do things if you're working out and showing different exercises and stuff. If you're doing something interactive in that way, you may maybe a little bit more challenging in the beginning. So you may want to have a moderator pretty early on in your live journey. But otherwise, I tell people, give it the first 30 days. You should be in your chat anyway. You should be talking and commenting, engaging with people. This is not something where you just sit back and lecture. I mean, that's not what this is about. People want a lecture, they can go to YouTube and look at a video, or go to your content and listen to your content. But they want interaction, they want engagement. So kind of think of it in that way. And if you are doing something that keeps you from actively being in the chat the entire time, then a moderator is helpful. They can pin comments, they can keep track of any bad actors, any trolls that come in, and you can kind of remove them. So the moderator is really another set of eyes for you. But ultimately, you should be in your chat. If your room gets to rooming significantly as you're going live, and there's like, I would say it gets to the point when it gets to, for me, when it gets to like 75 to 80-ish, that's when I get a little bit fatigued because the chat's moving too much for me. And so I can keep up with it. I've done it for a while, but it does make it a little challenging. So a moderator is helpful in that way. So just kind of keep that in mind. But don't jump to a moderator, especially if you don't have a lot of people in your room. There's no need to jump to a moderator. Thank you all for coming in. You said, okay, I see your friend. Exalt Empowerment Coach. Thank you so much, friend, for being here. And so when it comes to the comments, in the comment box, do me a favor. If you guys are in the fan club, you've gotten your daily heart me. Not everybody's going to be able to do this, so we're going to point out some differences really quickly. Put in the chat the sticker that says go live. Put a go live sticker in the chat. So I want to point this out. And if you don't know how to get to the go live sticker, let me point out how to get to it. As you get ready to prepare to put a comment in, you will see a heart. It's like a little grayed out heart in the comment chat box. Click that box and it shows you emoji images, but it should also show you my stickers that I have. So go live, Woodworth, you did it, friend. So you want to make sure, you said you just leveled up. Congratulations, friend. I see you. That is awesome. Look at you. Level 2. I appreciate you coming in. Oh, first time gifter. Look at you, friend. Thank you for that. Sprinkles. Sparkles. I don't know why I keep saying sprinkles. Sparkles. Thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate it, friend. Congratulations. You got your level 1 blue box. I love it. We'll talk about the blue box next too. So I said put those stickers in there, the go live stickers. Thank you so much, Worship Room. Those who came in and supported. Diana, thank you for that. Thank you, Luna. I see you guys. Thank you all for supporting, because I wanted you guys to see that is another way to engage. So if you are comment fatigue, send some stickers. That's a comment. Okay? Cornbread, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. Thank you, Title Gifter, for the roses. And so that's another way to engage. And I put that out there because I think people overlook the way that you can simply send stickers. And stickers, depending on what the topic is, what we're talking about, I say go live because we're talking about going live. That's another way to support. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Um, and so you said that's good. Yep. So I don't want you guys to feel like it has to be too burdensome for you. It is an active engagement. You said comment fatigue. I know. Sometimes you're like, I don't know what I want to say. I'm just gonna say the sticker. So I'll do that. I'll have my tapper going. And then I'll stop it. So my tapper's tapping away, and I was like, okay, I've been tapping for a minute. I want to make sure they see me. So let me put a sticker in here. I'm just gonna put this ain't TV. And so you just do that. That's the agency page, y'all. But just know that you can easily do that. You said discussing tips for beginner live streaming is like the first 10 minutes. Look at TikTok still trying to get me. TikTok AI, you got me right, friend. I love that. Thank you, AI, for getting the comments right. You said, Dr. Lisa, how do you add the other stickers for the comments? I like it. What do you? What's the stickers that I just added? That your comment box. Are you talking about there? So right where you put that comment in, click that grayed out heart. So act like you're about to put a comment in. There's a heart at the end of the comment box. Click that, and you can see the stickers for the fan club. Is that what you're referring to? But yeah, I know this is basic, but is there a way to see who is viewing while doing your live? Like people who are outside the room. Who designs those for you? Nika Grace. I miss Nika. I gotta check on Nika. Anybody seen Nika lately? Where's Nika? She might be traveling. I'm gonna check on her. Nika Grace designed some of them, some of the newer ones, the older ones. My son also designed some of those and put them in there for me. Okay. Yes, yeah, those are the stickers. Did you find them? Go ahead and drop a sticker. The official Tan Squad. So yeah, drop a sticker so I know that you have it. Any stickers? Oh, you did. I see Dr. Lisa Cares. All right. So so Ashley, you asked the question about people seeing your live. Are you talking about someone from behind the scenes and they haven't tapped to come watch? Um, TikTok gives you analytics at the end of the live that says who watched your live the most. Now, I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, the people who are coming up in the chats and invite them as a guest, some of those people are outside your room watching and they have not come in, and we can see those people. There'll be a little comment thing that says invite them as a guest. Some of those invite as a guest, and I have to kind of pay attention to the differences in terms of how it's worded, are people who are not looking outside your room. Because I know that for a fact, I've gotten the invite as a guest and I'm literally sitting in someone else's room, or I'm in my inbox and I'm not on the For You page. So I'm a little confused by why we see those, but sometimes it will show you who's about to come in. And some people, you'll see their name pop up in your feed here, and then next thing you know, they're coming into your room. So TikTok kind of clocked them as they were getting ready to come in your room. So just know it's kind of hard to tell which one is true or not, but just know there is some slight indicators that will speak to someone who might be watching your live from the outside. And I usually tell people, and I'll do my announcement now, if you're here watching from the outside, you might as well come in. Come grab your daily heart me. Let's make sure we support you and come on in and come to the room. There's no point in sitting on the outside listening when you can be getting engagement points and stuff. You say, yes, that's my experience. Yep. Yeah. So just know it's kind of deceiving, but you don't know who's all watching. But I will say that real-time analytics says that we've had 737 viewers, total views rather, to this live stream. Now, have we seen all those people at one point? No. But there are people who are like on the outside watching, some people who are passing through. Maybe they swiped through real quick because a live ended that they were in and they dropped into my room, because that happens too. Or if they were swiping through and it came through the live because they just tapped because they kept swiping. Do you need to be a super fan to access stickers? No. Adult Empowerment Coach. No, you don't. You should be able to click that heart and go to the fan section. If you're not a super fan, just go to the fan section and put stickers in that way. So you don't need to be a super fan. No. Yeah, someone is tapping in. Yep, that's it. Yeah. So thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you. So thank you all for the roses. I see those as well. So okay, let's talk about support that you need coins on. Okay. So some of you do not have a blue box. So it really quickly, TikTok shows how people are engaging in your live stream. So you see a couple different badges next to people's photo and their name. In between the photo and the name, you see these badges. If you don't have a badge, that means that you have not fully engaged. Now, I tell you all the time, you want to pay attention to this. This is core to going live, because if you don't have a badge and you start going live and then you're asking people to engage with your live and get your daily heart me and send you support your live goal and put comments in and do all the things, and you haven't been doing those things, because you haven't been doing those things, because you would have a badge if you had been doing those things. So if you haven't been doing those things, recognize as a live host, you want to make sure that you are presented as an engaged individual. Okay, you're an engaged person. People can see it clearly. If you click my photo, you know that I have a 31 blue box level. I basically have been going live and my league is higher. So you see the things that I've been doing. And you can see my blue box level is pretty decent. It ain't the highest, but it's pretty decent. And so you want to make sure that you also are presented as a engaged person. So that says that I go to other lives. I'm supporting those lives because the blue box follows you to every live that you go to. All right. So every live you go to, every live you engage in, people see that and they know what type of engager you are. All right. Um, and I'm looking at my points now. Yeah. So we'll see. I might be 32 before early April. It might be late March, early April. We'll have to see. Be right back. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. And so keep that in mind. Thank you so much for the populars, friend. It's not necessarily, reciprocity. It is where you want to be intentional about your engagement, because those people might be people who come to your live and support your live. Not everybody's going to do it, but just recognize that you're trying to make sure you're being intentional about your support, especially if it's topics that relate to your topic. Okay, so people are doing a similar topics, similar type of a niche, and then you want to make sure that you're connecting with them, because those people are people who might have interest in your topic and come to your live and supporting your live stream. So definitely be intentional about it. Um, when it comes to the blue box, let's do this really quickly. Put the word blue in the chat, and then when you put blue in the chat, I want you to then click your photo. And then once you click your photo, you're going to click your LV level, your blue box level. So your LV level could be 0. If you don't have a badge, it could be 0. It could be another number. Let's see, Aaron, yours is 19. It didn't show up right then though. 19, 23. And then I want you, then what I'm going to show you is where you can see your points. Okay, so people often don't know this is here, and I would say even if you are someone who is aware of your blue box and what it means, always check your blue box level when you come into a live, so that you can see where you're at with leveling up and moving forward, or maybe you will spread it out over a couple lives. So you want to know what your numbers are. Literally, I just sat there and checked mine, because I was like, okay, where am I at? Because I know I did some engagement yesterday. Let me see where I'm at today. And so you want to check that. All right. So keep that in the forefront, that you're checking your blue blocks level. So let me explain what's there. And I tell you guys, there's always a question mark in the corner, so you can check for yourself what it means. Thank you so much for the shares. Check for yourself to see what it means to have that engagement level. And then thank you for the roses, friend. And then also make sure that you are not breaking the bank. So again, you can be strategic by knowing your numbers and how you want to move. All right. Thank you so much. I see you, Black Lotus. So here's what I tell people to do. You want to make sure that the first set of numbers that you see in the blue box is the number of points that you've collected across, your level. So how many points you collected, and then there's a slash, a forward slash symbol, and it says the total amount of points that you need to get to the next level. So if you're level 3, how do you get to level 4? If you're level 12, how do you get to level 13? If you're 19, how do you get to 20? So those are the total points you need for that next level. And then you want to pause and see there's a scrolling message that tells you how many points you need to level up. It's the difference between what you got and what you need. And so those points you're paying attention to so that you can level up. All right. And so that's how you want to do it. You want to level up and look at those points. And those are the points that you're going to be reducing essentially by engagement, like the gifting engagement that you're doing. So if you are in someone's live and you know you're going to send some populars, you might send support the live goal, like how many points would you collect that will get you to the next level. All right. And so I tell people all the time that you don't have to break the bank, but you do want to have coins in your account so you can get a blue box. And then based on those coins or based on those the level you're at, how do you level up? But maybe you're intentional about doing it. Maybe you're not doing it at every live, but you're doing it maybe by the end of the week or the course of a few lives that you go to, and then you can decide if you're at a place where you can level up. All right. The AI got me again. It says answering questions about TikTok live features like blue boxes. It is getting me right tonight. All right, I love it. It doesn't necessarily do it right all the time, y'all. I'm just saying. So it's getting me right. But keep that in mind. Coins come from clicking the gift box that says recharge. If you click the recharge word, it takes you to in the app. On that page, it says you can get a discount on your coins if you go to the website and it says try now, try the website. Click that, it'll take you to the website. The website is www.tiktok.com, the forward slash symbol again, coin, COIN. So if you go to that website, that's where you can get coins and add coins to your account and recharge. So I just gave you guys the tea. I'm just telling you, those are things that you want to keep in mind. If you continue to come to lives, and you are not having any of those badges, um, certain rooms don't necessarily engage with people who haven't engaged fully. So that's for my new friends in the room who are like sitting back, just kind of observing and taking it all in. So you got to make sure that as you go to different lives, and then there may be questions you want to ask and things you want to do to engage, they may say, well, wait a minute, support the live goal or support by getting your daily heartbeat or something like that. So keep that in mind as you're navigating TikTok. And again, as you are planning to go live, you don't want to go live if you have not gotten at least a blue box. Because again, you need to understand what does it mean to fully engage. And then as you are asking people to support your live, you can say, okay, I'm also a supporter. And I do support in this type of way. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you all, especially as you guys prepare to go live. Um, let me get ready to pause. I think I'm gonna get off a little soon because I know there's some people going live today. You said again, so that means spending money. So the coins are actual monetary coins. Yes. And going live, you earn money. You earn actually monetary rewards. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. When you go live, you earn money. And when you come to lives as a viewer, you spend some money too. Yeah. I'm late to the chat. What are we talking about? Going live. Let me know if you have a specific question on how to go live. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. The go live process. But yeah. Yeah, so this is I tell people this is the TikTok economy. TikTok economy. So if you are coming to a live room, you are, yes, as a guest in someone's boxes, you can earn money because people can gift the guest. You can also earn as a live host too. I need to lock in with my 1,000 followers. Um, what do you mean by that, Aaron? You have live access. Are you trying to go live? You don't need 1,000 followers to go live. Let me know if that's what you meant. You don't need 1,000 followers to go live. So you have it now. Or something about coins or points. What is that? You have to have coins on your account to send gifts to engage with. And points are what you're collecting as you are sending gifts, and that's what the blue box that you have. So blue box number 5, if you want to click your photo where your comment is, click your LV number 5, and you'll see the points that you collected so far for that number 5. And then it also tells you how many points you need to level up to number 6. Okay. You said maybe next week. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I was talking about the blue box. A lot of people don't know about the blue box, and so again, it's TikTok's way of being transparent. So as you are coming into a live, that blue box follows you to every live you go to. All right. And so when you don't have a blue box and you are engaging and not based on the blue box level because you haven't put coins on your account, which is money. You got I tell people don't break the bank. Maybe put $10 to start with, just something to get it started, and then you can decide on how you want to engage. You said that's so cool. Right. What's so cool? The blue box. Yeah. So TikTok, I mean, it's a pretty sophisticated live stream. Like I said, the other lives, I'm literally on YouTube right now, does not operate that way. There's none of this. And and a level of thought and sophistication about how you get people to support your live stream, how you get people to engage, how people are rewarded for their support, and that recognition is happening. It's just pretty interesting. All of it is so interesting. So you said, I'm new to this. Welcome to the room, Warrior for Christ Jesus. Welcome to the room. Thank you so much for being here. Which is better, YouTube versus TikTok? Oh, TikTok hands down. I'm on YouTube, and I'll say that in my recording. TikTok hands down. Yeah, it's better. Let me show you guys. I wasn't joking about being on YouTube right now. So yeah, this is my tablet. I'm here on YouTube. Yeah. So yeah, YouTube is just it's like it's like you recording yourself a Zoom. You get some engagement. You'll get people to come in and chime in, but it doesn't happen all the time. So TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube. You're saying which is better? TikTok all day. I hear people saying Facebook is trying to be a little bit more sophisticated, but YouTube is heads and shoulders above all of them. They are really what happens here does not happen in anybody else's live stream. I had no idea about the blue box. I had no idea about the lives and clickers, etc. I appreciate it. You're welcome, friend. Yeah, so it's a lot to take in. I tell people you don't really understand it until you do it. You have to engage. You engage as a viewer, you engage as a live host, but you gotta jump in and do it. And so it's important that you do that. I didn't know all that too. Yeah, a lot to learn. It is, but again, I say this to you all: you learn by doing. I don't want you guys to be thinking back. Oh, let me sit here and just learn, because what's going to happen, and it's inevitable. You don't really learn until you actually do. All right. So now I have coins in. Yeah, you got to put coins on your account. So you don't have any, Warrior. You don't have any coins. Yeah, you're level zero. So yeah, so you got to put some coins on your account so you can fully engage. And so that'll help you. Thank you so much for the follow, being. I see you, friend. How you doing, Nadia? Thank you so much for being here, friend. I see you, friend. Welcome to the room. E.T., I see you as well. Welcome to the room as well. Others coming in. Thank you for the follow. So I mean, I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, this is a lot to absorb. It's not. As you start doing it, it becomes kind of second nature. Hello. Who's in the room that's been with me for a while? Black Lotus, you're a good one. You're a good example. Miss K Latte, you're a great example too. Thank you so much. How you doing, Nadia? Appreciate your friend. Thank you for that. There's some people who have been with me. They're in the agency. I am a creative network agency. And I'm sure, oh, you got your coin. Look at you, friend. You got your blue box. Awesome. You got your blue box. Congratulations, friend. Thank you for sharing that rose with me as your first time gift. I see you, friend. Okay, I'm 62. I've been watching TikTok for some months now because of my granddaughter. And I feel it got cut off. Chantel, that's it, Chantel. Warrior, thank you so much, friend, for that. Hey, Leanne, I'm learning as I go live. Quite a few mistakes, however, it's been fun. There we go. I love that, Cynthia. It is an awesome app. It is. Hello. I learned about coins yesterday. Thanks so much. You are welcome. Look at you. You did get your coin yesterday. You sure did. Um, and so yes, I like it. Thank you so much, friend. Hey, thank you for the populars. You said, what are the benefits of going live? Well, I tell people all the time, it has to start with your why you doing it. I mean, there's so many benefits. There's tangible and intangible benefits. You grow, you learn, you become more confident, all the things that hold us back, the fear, all the things that are, part of why we don't do things because we're nervous and afraid. So you get all that, and once you start going live, all that goes away. Um, my friend here, Nadia, said the money. The money is a piece of it. That's why I said the why. It could be monetization. Not everybody, make a whole lot of money at first. You grow into that. So I don't want to oversell the money because I think that's relative. It depends on your life. It depends on what you're doing. It depends. Okay. So I don't want you to overthink that part of it. But it is a lot. It is a lot to learn about yourself and others. You build community. Depending on your focus, it could be that you're trying to strive for some fame and fortune and celebrity status, and maybe what you're doing is bringing in people to come to your life because they love it, and all of a sudden you're discovered. And people have those aspirations too. So it just depends on what you're doing. I say the four whys that people have is, first of all, the monetization. That's a big one. People come for that. Thank you so much for that, Daily Heart Me in the donuts. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you for the populars as well. I see you all. Um, you said this is over, ma'am. I'm going to try and get some coins. Can you say the website again? Yes. Um, if you when you click, when you swipe here, do you guys see coins? If you click this is like TikTok's ad. It's commercial. There's one that has coins. Thank you very much, Nadia. Appreciate you. If you swipe it, you'll see it says save with reloading your account, and there's like a little gold coins. If you click that, it'll take you straight to the website. So I just wanted to say that. But the website is www.tiktok.com. So tiktok.com, and then the / symbol coin. Okay, not coin with an S, just coin. Um, let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. TikTok filtered a comment too, so make sure if you wrote something that it is. Um, I think my question got cut up. Yeah, I think so too. You might be getting filtered, friend. So I'm seeing comments being filtered. TikTok put a notice in there. Leaving my comfort zone is a good reason to go live, or there's a comfort, there's no growth. There we go. I love that. That's true. That is so true. But as a grandma, I see something. You said something missing. Is that what you're saying? Missing? Let me know. Let me know in terms of the live experience. Also see similar. Is that the norm? Your comments might get mixed up. I'm not sure what you're saying, friend. Hey, short stuff. We're meeting today, aren't we? I'm gonna get off shortly. I think we have a one-on-one, friend. Let me know if that's the case. Hey, friend, saw you in and wanted to come and say hi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Um, you said you're scared to step out. I see you, friends. Thank you all for coming through. I appreciate the support. You said, I'm going to run and see if I can get the coins. I will let you know if I can get. Okay, that's totally fine, friend. Thank you so much. You said, I'm back. Appreciate you, Miss Darlene. So, yeah, what I was going to say is that people people go live for their why could be the monetization. That's a big one. I told you about the fame. That's another reason why people are doing it, to get discovered, depending on what they're doing. And then when it comes to building community, people are trying to get build community. That's a big reason too. I typed it shorter, so I think other questions are jumping into mine and they sound crazy. Okay, that's fine. So so the fame, and then building community, and then ultimately maybe even mastering live streaming, affiliate marketing, brand deals, all the things that come with being in this digital marketing space. So you'll see a lot of people trying to really understand and build while they're here. Thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you. Hey, Mama Leanne, thank you so much. Or is a blessing if you use wisely. Um, you're seeing the live stream. Let me know. Yeah, some of the comments got cut off. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. TikTok in itself. Yeah, I like TikTok the best. Based on the questions that came up in terms of which app and stuff. I think it does offer a little bit more the platform. Yeah. So I think it offers a little bit more opportunity for you to engage fully as a viewer and as a live host. Whether it's coming up as a guest when we had Soda come up and she was chatting with us, whether it is you in the chat and you're getting to know your people, your community, and you're building that, and people are coming back to connect with you, or it's just the monetization, whether it's TikTok Shop or Super Fans or some of the other things that are offered here. So I don't want you guys to be intimidated by it. It does take time to build up to that. You're dealing with a lot of nuances here with the live stream. You got to make sure your internet connection is good. You got to make sure you have you're paying attention to your sound, your lighting, what you say in the live, what you shouldn't say in the live, your background. You got to make sure you update your app frequently. Today was an update. Let me repeat that. I said it earlier in the live. So make sure you guys go and check for updates on your apps in your app store. There was an update today. Yes, best to have organic growth as well. Yep, yep. So all that matters. Consistency and engagement matters. Thank you for the sticker. And so all that matters. And so if you're somebody who's just doing this on occasion, every now and then, and you're like, I'll show up, and then you're like, why aren't people coming to my room? Or why am I not getting engagement? Why I'm not growing? Because you're not here enough. TikTok's not going to push people in your room if you're not showing that you are committed to the process. So a lot of that matters as well. So, um, all right, friends. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. I do have a meeting, so I want to make sure I don't miss my meeting time. So when everything's said and done, we're gonna meet. I'm gonna meet, and let me know if there's any final questions. Yes, all the things exactly. What if I'm consistent? Wealthy with T. What you mean? What if you're consistent? How long have you been going live? Thank you for that daily heart, me friend. Is that what you mean? Like, what if you're consistent and it still doesn't push you out? How long? Okay, let's manage expectations. How long have you been going live? Um, and how many hours per live stream? And I got lots of questions. Since the 7th of March. So you haven't done 30 days yet. I think that's what you're saying. Since the 7th of March, 3 hours per live. And you go live daily. Hey, friend, thank you so much. All right, you're welcome, friend. Um, so you're going live daily, and each live you do 3 hours each. Is that what you're telling me? Or you just done 3 hours total? Let me know. So let me know what you meant by that. 3 hours each, and you go daily. Each day you go live for 3 hours. Okay. Um, Let me know what you're doing. Maybe it's getting sometimes 3 times a day. Yes, exactly 3 hours each. Okay, sometimes three times a day, exactly 3 hours each. And are you getting people in your room? Let me know if you're getting. Are you saying no one's coming to your room at all? So let me say this. Let's do this. Because no more than 5. Okay, that's decent. That's not bad. I see if it was like 0. But yeah, let's do this because it's growing. You gotta think of it in that way. So the best length is about 3 hours a day or 30 minutes a day. 3 hours a day. I wouldn't say that's necessarily the best length. Um, I mean, that's good that you're showing up and you're being consistent in that way. You're showing the information. But I guess I would say it just depends on what you're doing in your life too. So you want quality. You want quality. Sometimes quality is important. It's just as important as quantity. So you can go live a long time, but I want you guys to go back, especially my new friends who are just starting this. Go back and look at your recordings. Go look at your live recording. Because sometimes we need to kind of go back and see ourselves and see if that is a live that you would want to go visit. Okay? I know sometimes we're like, oh, my baby is the cutest baby in the world. I love my baby. My baby should be in baby contests. And sometimes that's not true. I'm just saying. So I don't mean to insult, but I want you guys to, especially early in the process, evaluate it. So if he said sprinkles, that's good. He said that makes sense. But I say that because I had to evaluate myself. I had to evaluate myself, and I give this example. This is a real example. You said keep it real. Because in the early part of my life journey, I'm a hand talker. So I talk like this and I'm doing all this. And you guys know I still kind of talk with my hands. And I was talking away and just talking and just expressing myself. And somebody was like, "Are you doing American Sign Language?" And I realized I was like, "Oh Lord." And I would go back and look at my recordings and I could not use any of those recordings because I'm talking so much all in my face, doing all this. And I was like, "Oh Lord, I can't even use any of these clips." Because every time I say something that might have been good, I didn't cover my face up talking. So again, what I was saying was great. It sounded good. It didn't even bother me that I was doing all this. But people were seeing that and I couldn't use my clips. So I ended up using a hand heart. That's something where this is how this happened. The hand heart was my way to like use it because I knew I was going to talk with my hands. And now I try to talk a little lower. I bring my hands down. I'm a little bit more conscious of it. And not that I've fixed it fully, but I am better. Okay. So again, go back and look at your recordings because even though you are sharing information, you're talking, what you're conveying, you might need to go back and see, okay, how can I improve? How can I do it a little bit better? What is it about what I'm saying and doing that may be causing people to swipe? It is my app updated. Did I update the app? Because TikTok is not pushing me out. TikTok does not push you out early either. So doing, even though you're going daily on the 7th, I didn't see a transformation in terms of more people coming in my room in the early stages of it until like day 23, 24. That's when things kind of change for me a little bit. And so just recognize that it does take time. And I don't want you guys, I tell people, I now have 4 things that I say are core to doing this. Consistency, engagement. You see the stickers. The stickers there. I've always said that being consistent and being engaging as a live host. You have to be consistent for 30 days. Yes, over 30 days. Yes, every day. Yes. How long have you been on the platform? Going live daily. So I call my anniversary day for live streaming is January 2025. So all of last year into this year, I've been going live every day. I just did a vacation. You guys, some of you guys know that, and I went live every single day that I was away. I at least did 1 hour every single day. All right. So with that, it's important that you continue to have that consistency. But I've added since then. I've added dedication and patience to my. So I need to put another sticker where it says consistency and engagement. I need to put dedication and patience as the other sticker because I think the dedication, even though we think consistency doesn't have to be daily, but dedication to me is, you know what, you being dedicated to the process, even though the process is like, maybe working, maybe not working, but you got to have that dedication. Okay. Consistency to me is just saying, okay, I'm going to show up and I'm going to, stick to a schedule. Dedication means that I'm dedicated to this. I'm not giving up. All right. There's a little bit more commitment that's happening there. Yes. The patience is other things. I think we're so quick to see things grow and launch and do well and not recognizing that it does take time. Okay. Everybody had a beginning, everybody had an origin story, everybody is starting this journey. And so, even those people who have a lot of people, they've gone viral, they have a lot of, people in their room and stuff, they started somewhere. They had an origin story. And so, just know that that's part of it too. I'll be up at 3:30 until sometime I get off at 8. That's why I want a change. There we go, friend. You want to change your schedule. When on vacation, they will set you and not push you out after returning. Patience is virtue. It is. You know what? I don't know. I'm seeing a little. I am seeing a little something, but I'm trying to kind of evaluate it. So I just got back to my regular schedule as of yesterday. So today is day 2 of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. When I was away, they were pushing me out. I did see a lot of engagement then, but coming back, I do feel a little difference. I was international. I was abroad. I don't know. I don't know. So, well, I am noting. So we'll see what happens. So we'll see what happens. And reset. When you say that, typically TikTok takes about 2 weeks before you get back to where you were before. So that may be where I'm at in this phase of having to go through a 2 week, turnaround phase. But yeah, definitely make sure you update your app. Make sure you are having good internet too. You said I was not engaging as much and have just returned. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you'll once you get back on, you'll be fine. It's gonna take a little time, and that's how I feel about it. It's gonna take a little time, but I'm gonna stay with it. I'm not giving up. Been going on too long. And that's the other thing. It doesn't that makes you feel defeated, but it doesn't. You're saying in terms of reset, it makes you feel defeated. It is times that you will feel like, oh my gosh, this is a grind. It is taking a lot, and so you'll see it, but it'll get better. Um, Here's my mindset on it, and so this is where I'll kind of end with it. I don't see this as a 1 month and done, or 6 months and done, or 1 year and done. I see this as a strategic plan and process. I'm committed to it. This is what I do. And it is a process, yeah. And so when you think about having a strategic plan in play, a strategic plan tells you what's your strategy over the next 3 to 5 years, and how do you then see things happen over those next 3 to 5 years. And so for me, I just completed year 1, so I still got some years in front of me. And over time, it's going to get better. I'm going to improve even more. You heard me talk about, the microphone earlier, about the podcast, and weaving that into it. We talked about voice acting. Voice acting is a part of my intentions and plans for this year. And so just know, for me, it is a process. And so it's not about, having a room that's rooming instantly. It's growth. There's growth this year. It's kind of playing around with what's happening here with the algorithm. How do I make sure I'm being intentional about how I start my live and what I do throughout my live, and just making sure I'm staying committed to that growth process. And it means showing up. That means being consistent. That means being patient with myself and with the algorithm and all the people in the room. How you doing, Helen? And I will continue to do that. All right. So let me know who is going live. I do have to run in a little bit. And if you want to connect with me further, I do one-on-one consultations as well as coaching. So I'll put that there. You're more than welcome to click it and inbox me. I didn't talk about the agency today. I'm going to talk about the agency a lot more tomorrow, because I'm talking to a lot of beginners. I try to be patient with people who are still trying to go live. And so you can't join an agency if you're not already going live. So you got to go live. And so a lot of people will come in and they're not even started the process yet. So I just say it's there, it's available. We do have a great community of supporters. I go live twice a day. I answer questions. I do one-on-ones. Actually, the one-on-one I have to go to is with someone in the agency. And so, we're a great community. So I'm really excited about that. We do a weekly meeting on Sunday. We will be meeting this Sunday. So a lot of great stuff is happening here. You said I go live at 11:55 p.m. Tuesdays through Friday nights. Oh, really? Why 11:55? So you have to go live to get a community. It's a free program. It's called the Creator Network program. Um, but you have to go live. It's for live hosts. Yeah, so you have to go live to do it. You can't join if you're not a live host. How do you get that box to come up? Love it. That's Service Plus. That's where you activate your Service Plus. You guys see it in the corner over here. You activate your Service Plus, and as a live host, I can pin comments every 3 minutes. I can pin that post there. So yeah, that's Service Plus. Um, Thank you all who are coming in. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you so much. Let me know if you guys have questions about the go live process too. Um, and I'm gonna get off. And who is going live tonight? If you want to put that in the chat real quick before I get off. Thanks. What if you just want to make videos and post them? Is that lucrative? Uh, um, Going live is the first in first way to make monetize on this app. First way to monetize on this app, and probably depending on how you do it and how frequently, it could be the most lucrative if that's what you're asking. Posting content, they do have different challenges and competitions for you to join with posting your content. If you get in what's called the Creator Rewards program, they'll monetize your content. But again, that takes time in terms of how many followers you have and how many views you have on your content. So it just depends. There are people who do well from the content side because they're participating in those contests, or they are doing UGC where they're producing content where brands are working with them and they've partnered with some brands and stuff, or even TikTok shoppable videos. So there's people who kind of pour into the content side. It's a little bit more of a grind, but you can invest your time that way. Let's see, showing what happened. Wealthy, is my questions not showing? No, they were not. That did show. No, your other questions didn't. Let me see. Um, I think the last question I see is, so you had to be consistent for 30 days. I think I answered that one, but I haven't seen any other questions, friend. You got filtered. 10 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for the roses title gift, dear friends. Hey, I'm Brittany. Love it. I'm going live tonight. You're so funny. You're gonna go live tonight. Awesome. Would love your feedback. My feedback. What am I missing? My feedback on what? Did I miss something? You said 11:55 Central Time, Cynthia. Yeah, your comments wasn't showing. Thank you for the stickers. Um, Wealthy with T. I don't see any other comments, friend. How do I put up the title while doing a live? You're saying this board. This is called a board. Before you go live, under the settings feature, you want to click board, and then you can create a board. Don't use TikTok or any social media. Don't use a website. Don't use pricing, and don't use any personal identifying information in your board. TikTok will suppress your views. Okay, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again. You're welcome, friend. Thank you so much, everybody. Hey, Doc. Hey, Kim. How you doing? I'm about to get off. I appreciate you all being here. I'm about to get off. I have to head to a meeting, but let me know if there's any last minute questions, friends. Appreciate you all coming through and supporting the live stream. You say you're extremely informative. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, friend. So, yeah, I spent a lot of time, and obviously, I want us all to win. So there's no reason why we all can't win, but it just takes time. Yeah, Doc, I am 5 away from 10K. Let's see. Anybody who has not connected with Miss Kim Love Jones, definitely connect with her. She is 5 away from hitting her major milestone. If you guys can connect with Miss Love Jones, I would appreciate it. She would appreciate it if you have not done it already. If we got 5 new people in the room that could do it, that would be great. Let's see if she could do it while she's here. So I look for the board before I go live. Yes, before you go live on that live, the second go live button. If you press it, you're gonna go live, but don't press it. I want you to set up your live, click settings, and that's where you would see it. Yep. So that's where you would see it. Anybody? Let's see if Kim. She needs 4 more. If you are not connected with Kim, you're welcome to do it. This is her. Thank you. You're welcome. This is her her opportunity to go live. I'm gonna pin her again. So if you are not connected, let's see if we can get her to the finish line. Log on through TikTok Studio. For what? For what? Log on. Cynthia, what was that for? Let me know what you meant by that. You're welcome. Thank you so much, help and support. I learned a lot from you. So yeah, what do you mean for boards? No, it's before you go live. When before you get to this screen, there's a screen where you can set up your live stream. You can set your live goal. You can hit settings and stuff. Click that. That's what I want you to do. Click the settings on that screen and see if you got it. Uh, Kim, I don't know if you're gonna get it from this crew. This crew is, um, I'm not sure how many people are already connected with you, but I still see only 4 more left for you to get. So if you guys have not connected with Kim, go ahead and connect back with her so she can. Oh, 2 more, 2 more. Let me pin her. You said I'm not. Let me pin her one more time. Let's see if we can get her to get to 5K in the room. Let's see. Oh, she just need 1 more. Oh my gosh. Let's see if she gonna get her 10K while she's here. Kim, are you still in the room? You gone. You came back. 10K. Is it 10K for real? It is. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. 10K. You did that, friend. Thank you all for supporting. That was awesome. Go, Kim. Go. 10K. How do you get a product to post to your live for TikTok shop? Oh, you got to get invited to the program first. You're not invited yet. So once you get invited, over 10,000 followers. I'm sorry, over 1,000, not 10,000. That's Kim right now. Over 1,000 followers, you should be able to get invited to the pilot program for TikTok Shop. So that's the first step. Well, congratulations, friend. I'm so excited for you. 10K club. Now, how do I get paid for my content? Ma'am. The you get video gifts. Video gifts, people can now send you gifts from your video content. So that's something you get automatically with 10K followers. The creator rewards program, you got to have 100,000 views in that month on your content, as well as 10,000 followers. So, so for example, I think my views on a monthly basis run right now. I had some videos that did okay. I think the highest I've seen was like 54,000 views. I wasn't at 10,000 views. I'm 100,000 views yet. So the most I've ever seen, I think that was like in December. I don't even think it was January and February, because January and February my views kind of went down. I don't know what was happening, but I think it was like December. I had like the highest month was 54,000 views in that month. So if you are somebody who have videos that have done well and your videos are doing well, check under benefits when you go to TikTok. When you're on your profile, click TikTok Studio. Go to the post side. Scroll down to benefits. If you click the Creator Rewards Program, it will let you know where your views currently stand um, for your video views. And it'll let you know, like, now you have the 10,000. So that part will be checked off. Your views will be the one that's not checked, depending on what you're seeing. So a lot of people will post a lot of content. Thank you so much for that, friend. When I say a lot of content, they're doing like 10 videos a day so that you can have a volume out there. And then hopefully some of those videos do well. And then with enough volume, you get enough views to get into the rewards program. But that's a strategy that you might have to play out for like a whole month to kind of make sure you're doing that many videos a day and you're pushing it out to see which videos do well. It's a strategy. I don't know. I've heard some pros and cons about that program. So yeah, that volume, because it's based on your video views. So if you get a video that goes viral and does really well, then that's awesome. But you will have to have enough in the pipeline to make sure that you are gonna make that happen. So that's the strategy I've heard. Halaki was in here a second ago. I think she's in the program. She probably can give you some insights from a content perspective. But I think it is based on, if you're really pushing for it, the views may tank after you're in that program. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard views tanking. I've heard a lot of negatives about it. It's Yeah, definitely ask her and see. She had a video, if I'm not mistaken, Halaku's story. She had a video that did really, really well and went viral. and she got in a program. And so she's grown a lot. Her follower count went up really high with that video, and she's been in a program. I think she's still in the program. She does well in it because she produces a lot of great content. But with that being said, I just know it's about production. It's definitely about production. So you can't like be passive with your content creation. And it's always about production once you're in a program because you're pushing for videos to do well, um, and that's how you get paid based on the clicks. And I think they just changed the program. They changed the monetization, a whole lot of stuff that goes with it. And like I said, I've heard mixed reviews about it. So I don't necessarily, in my mind, I'm focused on the live side. I have not focused on the content side to that extent yet. Um,
Hey, mommy, when I got
okay.
from school.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Okay, y'all. I do have to go though, because I looked at the time. I gotta get to my meeting. Hey, boo, that looks good. I'm on the live. He's gonna get my video. All right, y'all. But yeah, he said, oh, he said, look at what I got from school. It's like this huge plushie. I don't know where, what that was about. It's like, who gave him a big plushie at school? And it's kindergarten, so I don't know what just happened. so, um, so yeah, so AI got me again. It said answering questions from creators about the Creator Rewards program, y'all. But Kim, congratulations again. The 10K friend. I'm so proud of you. You are doing your thing. I love it. Keep going, friend. That's what this is all about. Keep going. We got this. Yes. So, hello, GOP1 Granny. Welcome to the room. We're about to go. We're about to go. But I appreciate you all being here. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Kim, are you going live? Let me know if you're going live tonight. What time are you going live? Others in the room. Who else is going live really quickly? And your girl is going to have to do a run to get to my next meeting. Um, thank you all for coming through. And then just know, thank you all for the watching, the shares, the comments, the gifting, the engagement, the stickers, all the things. Um, I'm going to try just get off perhaps around 9. Okay, gotcha. 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, cool, perfect. Um, and so thank you all. Just remember, practice makes progress. All right, we're not searching for perfection here, so just keep going live, you all. All right, take care. See y'all tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'll be back. All right, bye bye. Claim any points if you want to claim some points really